I agree that the Bible is real, because the energy people used to demonstrate their concern for humanity, and we know that energy is one of our five senses, but we cannot see it, but we know our energy is there, because we can feel it. However, how do we know the Bible is real? Because it makes sense in its efforts to change the human conditions and correction in humanity. Therefore, Dr. Martin Luther King, Jr. and Jesus Christ were an example of this energy they gave to change the conditions of humanity, to correct their behavior that was causing destruction to themselves, others, to the human race and conditions. Now, how the word hell came about. Hell fell into manners for concern. First, our human conditions that caused human behavior that provide us a sentence term of a punishable crime for our actions on earth. Secondly, these punishments became a concern of God, that is, why he sent Jesus to save us from the punishment of the government and the punishment of the conscience. Therefore, Jesus and Martin became a solution for change in human behavior for all of us. As you can see, God's major concern was the correction to human behavior ever since the first sin of Adam and Eve, and throughout the Bible God had continued to have a concern about human behavior even more than the creation of the earth. Because, if you notice, God does not talk much about the creation of the earth, because the creation of the earth was not a problem, but humans were a problem for self-destruction and destruction of other people on earth, so this was a major concern for God. So that is why you have witnessed to see God demonstrates among those people like Abraham, Moses, Jesus and Dr. Martin Luther King, Jr. All of them that were concerned with the human conditions for a change in human behavior that will improve human character. I have this same concern. However, as our world changes over a period of time, we must be concerned with rational transformation. Rational transformation is the concept to change human behaviors and conditions. Moreover, how we do that is to give ourselves to the total sacrifice of human conditions, like Dr. Martin Luther King, Jr. gave his life to make a change in America. We must have enough boldness, concern and love in our heart like King had for us in America to make a change among the human race. Dr. Martin Luther King, Jr. had a great concern with our lives, and he felt that applying his Christianity belief would change most of our behavior concerning civil and human rights. Dr. King was right about his Christian faith to be the front of what all he had represented, and like King, we all need to understand ourselves through the Bible. However, some of us may disagree or may not believe in the Bible. On the other hand, how is this that you do not believe in the Bible, when it is concerned about human behaviors and conditions and willing to show you have to change these conditions in order to make life better for you on earth and in heaven? How is it wrong to care about human conditions? Is it not right to care about what goes on in the world as far as human conditions, such as religion, education, civil and human rights, and politics? Well, this is exactly what King represented, like Jesus did. He represented the life in Jesus Christ to be an example of what it means to be a Christian. Christians have a great concern of the human race, environment and life after death. Like everything else, we must set a speculation in order to reach the destiny of our determination to a particular place in life and after life. We must be concerned about rational transformation that would affect the lives of others as we as ourselves. That is why we have been chosen to govern ourselves in moral excellence. to bring about the values and perspective of human being could only correspondence with our present condition having an effect to our existence for explanation later to determine our destiny. However, people make often think about how come it's a hell, well, how come it's a jail, where people must be punished for breaking the law. This is the same explainable that Christ gives us to allow us to understand that, if we break the commandments of God, there will be a consequence that comes to us like everything else we do wrong in life. The Bible was meant to change the behaviors of humans because of the lack of knowledge we had to correct ourselves, so it took a higher power to inline us in a straight direction that would be rewarding to the human conscious of freedom and tranquility. These are the same effects that Dr. Martin Luther King, Jr. wanted for world. He wanted to see all human free from slavery ideas that would bound and condition us to leading our own destruction, so his humanity efforts were to provided us on human correction to meditate, and they human corrections become a part of our daily life. King knew, if we would follow his teaching, that would have made us better human today. King, like Jesus, was concerned with eternal life, happiness and love for the people, hunger, sheltering and other manners of human care on earth. King was so concerned with the life of others and the conditions in which he had a concern that we carry each other burdens on earth, that he gave his life like Jesus that we might be saved through Jesus Christ and provide equal rights to all humanity on earth. To sum up, I follow the teaching of Dr. Martin Luther King, Jr. and Jesus Christ because of the deep concern they had for humans. We all can learn something from their teaching on human conditions and what is our place in life to change the human conditions that were described in demonstrations by both Dr. Martin Luther King, Jr. and Jesus Christ. And as a result we will experience the energy that both people had experienced in their effort to change humanity. However, I gave the same energy that both Martin and Jesus gave to change the conditions of the human race. Therefore the energy in which you feel in changing human life makes the Bible real, because if energy was used in the same way we use our energy to make changes in our own life. Therefore, we know that energy is a sense of feeling which is a part of our five senses, so that makes the Bible right and real to the human conditions.